Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, I am going to be doing a reading vlog on The Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. I am so excited for this. I have, not gonna lie, been putting these books off because I'm just scared, because everyone loves these books and I just really hope that I love them as well, and I'm scared that I'm not gonna, but I feel like I will, because I read 5 Survive by Holly Jackson and I absolutely love that book. So I feel like I'm gonna love these even more. From what everyone says, these books are better than 5 Survive, so I'm excited to get into it. Obviously the first one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. The second one is A Good Girl, Bad Blood. The third one is As Good as Dead. I think I'm gonna make this spoiler free. Maybe I'll do like this one spoiler free and these two spoilers. The longest one is the last book in the trilogy. These two are pretty short, to be honest, like they're not that long. The first one is 433 pages, but the font is pretty big as well, so I feel like these are not going to take me long to read, like, at all. So the first book, I'm going to read the back of it with you guys. The case is closed. 5 years ago, schoolgirl Andy Bell was murdered by Sal Singh. The police know he did it. Everyone in town knows he did it, but having grown up in the same small town that was consumed by the murder, Pippa Fitzamobi isn't so sure. When she chooses the case as a topic for her final year project, she starts to uncover secrets that someone in town desperately wants to stay hidden. The real killer is still out there. How far will they go to keep Pip from the truth? So it's a little mystery thriller, and it's a young, I think it's a YA thriller as well, which I'm excited to see how that goes.
Crowded places, feel it sinking in. Lonely faces, say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more inhibition, I'll show you I care. You've been lost and alone in the city of lights, I know. Getting high, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that I won't leave you.
My jaw is on the floor because Stanley is an arsehole. Like, what the hell? I love that in this book it's got like so many little like things in it, like this map, and then you also get interviews. I just think it's so cool and makes it feel more real. Also, I absolutely hate Stanley, the interview I've just read, because he is a racist, disgusting human being. I'm really enjoying this already. I'm nearly on page 30, so it's already feeling really good. I'm already on page 60 and it hasn't been long at all. I am loving this book. Like, it's so fast paced. I love Ravi's character. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, because I have heard a couple of things about this book, that Ravi is Pip's love interest, and I'm really hoping it is, because I love his character, and I feel so bad for him that people are just judging him for something that his brother supposedly did. It's literally not his fault at all. Like, he shouldn't be getting judged for that at all. And I'm up to a scene, it's not really a spoiler because I'm only 60 pages in, where the woman at the shopping centre is just like, I don't want him touching me. She's just been awful to him for no reason. And the way Pip stood up for him, my heart was so happy. But I don't think Ravi's happy about her standing up for him, because he probably feels a bit embarrassed. But I love that she did that for him. That is so sweet. One thing I will say about this book is you can tell it's young adult just from the things that Pip says, but I'm actually really enjoying that because I love her character and I love how cringy and sweet she is, and also how intelligent she is as well. Like, for example, she just said, holy pepperoni. Like, who says that? Do you know what I mean? But it's not really affecting how I feel about the book, because it just adds to her character. She is naturally a corny, awkward, sweet character. Loving it so far. Like, I feel so much excitement while reading it. Like, I can't explain it. Like, I'm just like proper immersed into the book already. Is immersed, is that the right word? I don't know, I think it is. She's so cute. I love having a reading buddy. She truly is my reading buddy. She always sits on the floor with me while I read. It's just so sweet. Don't you? Yes, you're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Oh! Oh, I'm so glad I got that camera now. It's so cute. Hi. Hello. Hi. What are you talking about? That was so sweet. Okay, I'm actually gonna read now and stop getting distracted by my dog. That's the only thing about having a dog when you read. So easily distracted. Sorry if you can hear TV in the background. My brother has the TV on very loud. But it is a lot later now, as you can see. I am in my bed. It's really not that late. It's only 7:27, but the last time I were reading it was like 3 o'clock. But I'm in my PJs now. I'm all cozy. And I'm going to keep reading this book. This writing just is so addictive. Like, it's such a hooking book. Like, every page I'm like, okay, I need to keep reading. I need to keep going. Sadly, I had to stop reading because I needed to go and make my tea. And my boyfriend also came home for a bit and then he left. So now I'm going to read a bit more. This is like my first proper mystery. Like, I've read a couple thrillers. The only thrillers I've read is Five Survive by Holly Jackson and also Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feedy, which I didn't actually love that much. I know, unpopular opinion, but I loved Five Survive, so I was expecting to love this, but this just gives me a whole other feeling. Like, I love it so much more than I loved Five Survive. Don't get me wrong, Five Survive was a great book, but there's something about the character in this, Pip. I love her so much. I've never read a book, like most of the books that I read are based in like America, whereas this is based in England, and obviously I'm from England if you couldn't tell. This is based in Britain and she's in sixth form. It's just fun. It has a lot of old like British slang words as well, which I just really enjoy, and just the way Pip talks as well, it's just so British. The text messages as well, they all had kisses on the end, which is just such a British thing. I don't think anyone anywhere else sends kisses to people apart from British people, so that was just funny to see. Yeah, let's get into it. I just can't believe how good this book is. This feeling like it's going to be a 5-star, which I was expecting, to be honest. I think that's why I was putting it off so much, because I was like scared that it wasn't going to be a 5-star. Because literally everyone adores this book and I didn't want to be that person that doesn't adore it, but guess what? Should have trusted the world, because I do love this book. So yeah, let's keep reading.
Stay beside you, I'm never letting you go. You've been lost and alone in the city lights, I know, but I will guide you home.
It's starting to get very mysterious now. I think someone is after Pip now. I think I can say this. I don't think this is a spoiler because it is like pretty much the beginning, sort of the beginning of the book. It's only 100 pages in, but they're at a woods and some person was like watching them through the trees. So one of the characters, Connor, went chasing after them and he lost them. But who is it that's stalking them in the woods? I'm finished reading now for today and I'm gonna read again tomorrow, obviously, but I am up to page 209, chapter 21, and I am thoroughly enjoying this book. The bit I just read was such an interesting plotline. I actually felt all the like intense emotions and just waiting for Howie, I'm not gonna say who he is or how he's involved, to like answer her questions. It was so scary when Pip was sat in that car and she was spying on him. And I really love, is it Ravi? I love him so much. He hasn't been in the book that much yet, but I feel like as we go on he's going to be in it a lot more. So I'm excited for that because I really enjoy his character. I'm just about halfway now, so should hopefully finish it tomorrow, but no pressure. Hi, so it is the next day now and I'm gonna read a bit more of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I was hoping to start reading a lot earlier today, but I have had the worst headache all morning and pretty much all afternoon until about 20 minutes ago, and it's currently 3 o'clock, so That wasn't fun, so I couldn't read because of that. But I'm gonna read now. Yes, I'm in a car because it's absolutely freezing today. And it's even cold in my house, even with the heating on. It's so cold. Sal's group of friends are looking very, very suspicious right now. I'm intrigued to know, like, why are they lying about their so-called friend? Why are they saying that his alibi isn't true, even though it is? Like, what have they got to hide? I need to know. And I'm gonna find out very soon. It's getting really, really good now. Like, it's been good all the way through, but like now stuff's actually like going down and it's getting really intense now. It has been pretty mysterious all the way through, but it's just getting more and more intriguing and more intense as you read. It's so good. I love Ravi and Pip so much. That was such a cute moment. I love his nickname for her as well, Sarge. So cute. I'm so sorry about my hair in these videos. It's the reality of when I'm reading. I don't look the best, but I'm going to stop reading for now, but I am well over halfway now. And I'm on page 269, chapter 27. You can probably already guess that this is most likely going to be a 5-star. Unless it ends badly, which I don't think it's gonna. I also love in this book that it's actually like, I wouldn't say realistic, but it's not like action-packed sort of thing. It's not like, oh, do-do-do-do-do. It's very mysterious, like little things are happening and like little things are proving that this guy's innocent. You're like on the edge of your seat, like, oh my god, is he innocent? Is he not? What else is gonna happen? Who's lying? It's so good. Like, it's such an intense book. Like, I'm fully immersed in it. I just want to keep reading and I just want to like know what's happening. It's just so good, and you feel like you're with Pip while you're reading it. Like, you feel like you're a part of the case as well. It just feels so real. I don't know why. It's just really well written. Hi, so it's the next morning now and I am gonna binge the rest of this book because I really wanted to finish it last night, but I just got too tired, so I couldn't. I did read a bit more last night. I am up to page 316, chapter 34, and now I haven't even got ready. I'm still in my pyjamas because I just want to read it. I just want to get it done and I want to know the ending. I think I've got about 110 pages. I could have completely just got my maths wrong. I'm actually speechless. What the hell? I just found out who it was. And oh my god, I was not expecting that, like, at all. I did not see that coming. I thought it was someone else. I was not expecting this story to take this turn. What the hell? This is such a good book. Such a good book. I just finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's now 9:47 and I started reading about 7:40. This book, it was so good. I'm gonna get ready now and get in the bath and then tell you all about my rating and tell you my review of the book, and then hopefully I'm gonna start the second book in the series today as well. So yeah, I will see you all soon once I look a little bit more presentable. I still don't look the best because my hair looks like this, but it's how I roll. I just shove it up and leave it as it is half of the time. But anyways, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This book was incredible. It was so flipping good. You really felt like you was there with Pip discovering all these secrets, and you felt like you was solving the mystery with her. It was such a fun book. Like, you just really felt like you was involved in the whole thing, which I found really good. The writing in this was so good. As I said earlier, it was so fast paced. I really enjoyed the banter in this book between Ravi and Pip as well. I thought they were so cute. Absolutely devoured this book. It was phenomenal. And Holly Jackson is definitely one of my must-buy readers now. Whenever she brings out a new book, I am going to be grabbing that straight away because I've already read 5 Survive and I'm going to be reading this next in this video. You probably guessed it, 5 stars, well deserved, absolutely amazing. Probably going to reread this at some point because I really wish I could reread it for the first time again because it was just so good. My jaw was like this so many times, like, I just can't believe how good it was. Like, people really hyped this book up for a goddamn reason. If you are putting off reading this series, definitely read it. I haven't even started the other books yet and I know I'm going to love them just from reading this book. I am going to be starting A Good Girl Bad Blood in this video. I'm going to be starting this later on because I've got a lot of editing to do, so I'm going to read this later. But I am very excited to just get back into this world. I'm going to start Good Girl Bad Blood, which I have just been thinking about the first book all day. I just really want to get into this book because I just can't stop thinking about the characters. Ravi and Pip just have my heart. I love their characters so much.
Always by yourself in the shadows. Yeah, you cry for help. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more inhibition.
We've got a little map going on. I feel like this is going to be important because it's at the start of the book. I just love how Holly Jackson does stuff like this. Like, it makes it feel more personal and detailed. I just know I'm going to love this. I'm going to love the whole series. I'm predicting it now. I really hope I don't at the end say, oh, I didn't like this book, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. If you can hear my cat, she's really loud. Come here. Come here then. You want to come say hi to the camera? She's so cute. I love her so much. She's so soft as well.
Always by yourself in the shadows. Yeah, you cry for help. No matter the distance, I will always be there.
But this is what I mean, like, she adds in things like this. This is literally a sketch of one of the people that got arrested and like the jury and everything and them in court. I think that's so cool that she added that in there. I wonder if she drew this. Genuinely curious if she drew it. Even if she didn't, it's still really cool that she had stuff in like this. Stranger Things is referenced in this book. It's just making me love it more. Stranger Things is one of my, well, not one of mine, it is my favourite series. I love that show so much. My camera is about to die, but I'm done with reading for now. I'm on chapter 6, page 54. So I haven't done that much reading, but I am really enjoying it so far, as expected. All that's really happened so far is just the memorial and things like that, but someone has just gone missing, so it's about to get really good again and I'm excited. Hi, so it is actually Monday now. It has been a while since I've read A Good Girl Bad Blood. And the reason for that is literally because I had a very busy weekend. On Saturday I actually got my hair done. You can't really tell because I've got it up, but I'll put a photo here. I got it dyed and cut. It's a lot shorter now and it looks a lot healthier as well. And then I ended up going out Saturday night as well with some friends and my boyfriend. And then yesterday I went for a family meal, spent the day with my boyfriend. It was just a very chill day and I just didn't get time to read. But I'm going to read A Good Girl Bad Blood today. I'm excited to actually get into this book now.
No more inhibitions. I'll show you I care. You've been lost and alone.
Hi, so it is Tuesday now and I didn't do many updates yesterday. I am so sorry, but I actually read quite a bit of this book. I am now up to page 254, chapter 25, so I haven't got much left of the book at all. The reason why I didn't update is literally because I stayed up all last night and I read 150 pages straight I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to take breaks. I just was fully immersed with the story that I felt like I couldn't even stop for a second because I was that into it. I was truly obsessed. I did not want to stop at the 250 page mark, but I had to because it was 3 AM in the morning and I was like, okay, I need to sleep now. But I truly wanted to finish this book last night. But I stopped myself because otherwise I would have been up till about 5 or 6 in the morning. But I'm going to finish it today and I'm so excited to finish this. I'm really enjoying this one because it's actually a lot more mysterious than the first one. Don't get me wrong, the first one was very mysterious, but I feel like this one is more mysterious and more tense. I don't know why, it's just so good. And I really enjoy the social media elements in this. I feel like because Pip does have a podcast in this one, that is super fun. I love that whole concept. Like in the first one she had a school project and now in this one she has a podcast. I just think it's so fun and I can't wait to see what she does in the third one, if it's still her podcast or if it's something else in a different format. I just think it's so cool. I actually really love Connor and Pip as a duo. What I really enjoy about this series as well is even though they have a similar vibe, they're still very different from each other, but they all have their own unique take. And I feel like the third one's gonna as well. Reading mysteries late at night just hits different. I was in such a vibe last night. It was so good. I was loving it. Like there's just something about reading mysteries late at night that just, you just get so much more immersed in the story, I feel like. Highly recommend. Anyways, let's actually get reading now. Ignore my hair, but I love how this book has literally photos of the evidence. It makes you feel so involved in the case. Like, it's so fun because it actually makes you feel like you're there with Pip and you're also discovering these things and you get to see the weapons and the evidence and everything. I just think that's so cool because usually you have to imagine it, but Holly Jackson literally gives us the evidence, so we don't have to imagine it, we're literally seeing it.
Getting hot, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that I won't leave you. I'll stay beside you. I'm never letting you go. You've been lost and alone in the city late at night.
That was an intense chapter. Oh my god, that 50 pages that I just read, a lot happened and it was so good. And I just can't believe how bad the jury was during this. How has Max got away with that? He literally did these things to these women and the jury's just like, oh yeah, we'll let you free. It was so heartbreaking, that scene between Pip and, is it Nat? Yeah, Nat, when they were crying and Pip was there for her. That was just so freaking sad. I love Pip's character. Like, she's so sweet and so kind and just wants justice for people. She's such a good person and she will go out of her way to help anyone. I just love her so much and she's so freaking smart as well. Holly Jackson, you're amazing. And you really did something with this series. You really freaking did something. She always knows how to shock you and how to make you feel so much emotion while reading. She's such a good writer. It feels like Pip's a lot more grown up in this one. Even though she was really mature in the first one, she's even more mature in this one. I think that's cool as well because you see her growing up and you see her maturing with these things that she's going through. I want Pip to be real. This would make such a good movie franchise. They need to make these books into movies. And the perfect person to play Pippa Fitzgerald would be Millie Bobby Brown. I don't know why, Millie Bobby Brown just screams this role to me. Yes, Pip. That was a boss bitch move from Pip. Come on. This is the most stupid thing. That Pip plotted it for her podcast to make money. Come on. If you know Pip, you know she wouldn't do that. I am now up to page 351 and I just found out something that's so messed up, and it was to do with an older case, and I feel like it's got something to do with the identity of this certain person, and I feel like one of the people that's pretending to be someone else is this person involved in this older case, because otherwise why would it be mentioned? But I am going to stop now. I do only have about 60 pages left. It's a lot later now, but I just finished the last 50 pages of A Good Girl, Bad Blood, and oh my god, these books just keep getting crazier and crazier, honestly. Like that ending, I was so shocked. And please, I really hope Pip gets therapy in the next book, because she really flipping needs it. The thing this girl has had to witness at such a young age, I'm just baffled. She needs therapy. I really hope she gets some therapy in As Good as Dead. And because that book is so long, like a lot longer than the other two, I feel like it's going to be a lot more traumatic for Pip. I feel like that one's going to be really interesting. I'm pretty sure that is the last one in the series and there isn't going to be any more. But oh my god. And we did kind of leave on a cliffhanger because I'm filming. We did kind of leave on a cliffhanger because someone hasn't been found yet. Holly Jackson just hit the mark again, as expected. I am pretty nervous for As Good as Dead because I know not everyone rates that as highly as they do the first two, but we'll see what I think. I'm gonna read that one tomorrow. But yeah, this was so flipping good. I realised I never gave a star rating for this. This is a 5-star. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Absolutely loved it, as you saw when I was talking about it. The ending was so heartbreaking. Like, Holly Jackson really knows how to write villains that you also feel sorry for in the same way, but you also don't know how to feel about them.
Crowded places, feel it sinking in. Lonely faces, say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will.
This book is definitely gonna break my heart. Already the first page and I'm just like, poor Pip. She's so strong. Like, she's actually one of the best main characters, and I just really hope she gets therapy in this book. I'm gonna do a bit of reading tonight because I just really love reading mysteries late at night, and then I'm gonna read more tomorrow. As you saw, I was reading As Good as Dead last night and I got to page 106, chapter 12. This is so good so far. I do actually have a couple notes. I didn't really update at all throughout those 100 pages, but I actually had a lot of thoughts. I hate Max so much. Like, oh my god. And I felt so upset and angry for Pip. And he is just so egotistical and thinks he's better than her and thinks he's better than everyone, when he's literally an awful human being. And I am hoping and praying that he ends up in jail by the end of this. If he don't, I am going to be so angry because these girls deserve justice. I love how Holly Jackson has written Pip in this book. She's so flawed, and I love that because it makes it more realistic. And it's so good that she's writing about her PTSD, because she could have easily just had Pip do another investigation and not even mention how the things she's gone through impact her. This is making me enjoy the books more because it makes you feel more connected to Pip as a character. She has so much substance. Pip is going to be different after all these experiences that she's had. She is not going to be the same person. She is going to be a lot more vulnerable. She's going to be a lot more brave and strong, but she's also going to be making good and bad decisions. Because this book is so much darker than the first two. So much darker, but I really enjoy that because they can't all be not dark, because Pip has been through some stuff and she's bound to have all these problems. She's bound to be in a very dark headspace, so that is why the book is written dark. It's expected, in my opinion. You can literally tell by the cover that it's going to be more of a dark take on the trilogy. The police don't believe Pip. Once again, they do not believe her. She has solved 2 murder cases and you're still not taking in what she's saying to you. Listen to her. Now Pip has to go and do their job once again because they aren't listening to her, even though she is always correct. Obviously the romance is a main factor in these books at all, but I like that because the scenes that you do get between Pip and Ravi are just so beautiful, but you can really feel the connection between both of them even though you barely even really get any content from them. But I think that just makes it more special when you do get moments between them. They are just so sweet and cute. I love them both so much. Yeah, they are all my updates, and I'm not actually going to read yet, but I am going to do some more reading later on. I am about to start reading As Good as Dead. I'm hoping to read quite a bit tonight, because whatever I don't read I'm going to finish tomorrow, because I do want to finish this book before the weekend, so then I can get this video up next week.
Please be there. No more inhibition. I'll show you I care. You've been lost and alone in the city of lights. I know.
The fact that Ravi's still using the same nickname in book 3 just makes my heart so happy. I love Pip and Ravi so much. I've probably said that in this video so many times, but just the little moments that they do have in these books are just so special. I just found out about a past serial killer, and it potentially could be the person that's stalking Pip, but I think it's a copycat. Like, I think it's someone else that's copying this case, this person's tactics. I don't think it's the same person. Just a theory, I could be wrong, it could be the same person in this case that's now stalking Pip, but I just really think it's a copycat. Billy's definitely innocent, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I was wrong about it being a copycat. These interviews are really rubbing me the wrong way, and I really feel like he is innocent, because the way he's just questioning everything the police is saying. He's not actually confessing, he's saying I must have done this, I must have done this, because he doesn't remember anything. So the police have sort of manipulated him into thinking he's done these things, but he hasn't actually done them. I'm over 150 pages now. Hoping to get to like maybe 250 tonight, 300, we'll see. Now on page 200, and this is getting so interesting because Andy from the first book, her case is coming back in this book, which is just so interesting. Something that Pip thought she knew in the first book has actually just been revealed that was something completely different, and somehow Andy Bell is connected to the DT killer. I am enjoying where this book's going. Like, I'm enjoying the direction it's taking, and I'm enjoying that a lot of things that were in the other 2 books is coming back up in this book, and a lot of things that didn't even realise were never answered in the first book are being answered in this book. That is just so good. And this book, the DT killer, oh my god, he is so scary. Like, so much scarier than the first 2 killers in the first 2 books. This one is actually terrifying. So terrifying. He's definitely related to Andy Bell in somewhere. It is 2 AM, so another 100 pages is probably going to take me another 2 hours. So I'm probably going to be up gone 4 o'clock, but I don't care, I want to keep reading. Not gonna lie, I did enjoy the other 2 a lot more. So I'm feeling like this one's going to be a 4.5 stars. There's just something about the first 2 that I really love. I think it's just that this one's a bit more slower to me, whereas the first 2 were a lot more fast paced. This is getting so bloody tense. I'm on page 254, and oh my god, Pip is in so much danger right now. But the fact that she is literally going through one of the worst possible things ever. She has been abducted. She thinks about Ravi and thinks about what Ravi would say to her, and that's helping her to come up with decisions. He's basically saved her without even being there. That is so freaking sweet. At least there's a little tiny ounce of cuteness during this really scary scene right now. I'm gonna get to page 300 and then I'm gonna go to bed because I am tired, but this is so scary right now. I'm just praying that Pip does actually live throughout this whole series. I'm kind of scared that she's not gonna. Surely not though, surely she does live. Surely that's not how it ends. I don't think it does. No. Really making me feel like she's in serious danger right now. Pippa's really smart. I feel like she's gonna find her way out of this. Just found out who the DT killer is, and I was actually kind of predicting that, to be honest, especially with the email that Andy Bell sent, because she was like, he is in my house, he is gonna kill me, he's around me all the time. It just makes sense that it's her dad. I just can't believe I was right. That is so messed up. Everything makes so much sense with Andy's character now. She made a lot of questionable decisions in the first book, and now it all makes so much sense. And it's so bloody tragic. She was just trying to get away from her dad. She was trying to protect Sal. She was trying to protect her sister. She was trying to protect the people around her. It's so sad how it's all connected. Jason Bell is top of the worst possible people in this series, for sure. He's pure evil. He's pure awful. He is disgusting and so scary. This book is so dark. It's really good, but it's really dark, and to be honest I wasn't expecting it to be this dark. Like, I knew it was going to be darker than the first two, but bloody hell, this is crazy. And I'm so scared for Pip right now. How is she going to get out of this? How? We just found out what actually happened to Barney. I hate Jason Bell so freaking much. The fact he's blurting about it to Pip is such an awful human being. What's so gross as well is his motive is because women don't listen. You know, these women that he's killed, these people that he's killed, don't listen to him. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna kill you now because you're not listening to me. So disgusting. I'm conflicted. Pip killed Jason. I just don't think that's something that's very out of character for Pip. Like, I get why she did it, but I'm also like, that's just not something Pip would do. I'm not gonna lie, this book feels a little bit like all over the place, and it feels like it's just for shock value, because that's definitely not something Pip would do. It was very thrilling to read, and I thought it was a good plotline, but it didn't fit her character at all. I was just like, huh? Really? Really? Pip is smarter than that? I don't know how to feel, because I do really like this book. That's definitely something that Pip, in my opinion, wouldn't have done. I don't know why I didn't mention this earlier, it's just came into my brain now. My brain is all over the place. I'm still thinking about the start of this book and everything that's happening in it, but I just feel like her parents are really unrealistic in this book, and I feel like the first two books, they weren't realistic, but they had a realistic element to it. I don't know what it was, it really felt real, the first two books, and I feel like this did feel real for a good bit of it, but now it just seems like very all over the place, and I don't know how to feel because I am enjoying it. I'm just conflicted. I am going to go to bed now. I am on, quickly before my camera dies, page 317, chapter 31. See you all tomorrow when I continue. This is really good though, I can't lie. As I was saying last night, this is really all over the place and very unhinged as well. Pip's character, I knew she was going to be different, but I feel like she's too different in this book. I don't know. I'm very conflicted on how to feel, but I'm going to continue and hopefully it has a good ending. We'll see.
Getting high, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that I won't leave you.
One thing as well, I feel like Ravi's just like, oh yeah, I'll just help you hide a body, I'll just help you make up a plan, and he hasn't even really questioned it. I think that's really unrealistic as well. I feel like he'd have a lot of questions if it were a real person. I feel like he'd be like, what's going on? He wouldn't just be like, okay. I feel like there should have been more talking with that whole situation, because it just feels like he's just like doing it for the plot, sort of. Like, he knows Pip did it because she was scared, but she told him that it wasn't just because that, and she wanted to do it. I don't know. I feel like you'd really question that. But I get that he does love her. I don't know why, but this book is kind of dragging. Just a little bit. Like, I've just read the whole scene. I'm still not done with it, where Pip and Ravi are trying to cover up what Pip did. I feel like it's just been going on for like too long, in my opinion. Usually with Holly Jackson's books, it's usually quick and snappy and keeps your attention. This one just isn't keeping my attention. I keep like getting distracted really easily. I am still enjoying it, and it is still feeling like a 4-star. It's just little bits that are bothering me a little bit.
You should know that I won't leave you.
actually so freaking smart. Like, she is investigating the murder of Jason Bell, even though she murdered him, because she knows that's what the police would expect from her. So this bit was very Pip, because she's so intelligent and she just knows what the police are thinking, she knows what they're gonna say, she knows the tactics, so she can outsmart them like that. You know how I said Pip could outsmart the police? Might have been wrong, because they found evidence, because Jason Bell has a thing of having like a trophy for every woman he's killed, and he took Pip's headphones, and Pip didn't even realise that they're one in her rucksack and the police have them. So now Detective Hawkins doesn't believe her story, and now Pip's just said she's going to confess. I only have 60 pages left and I am scared. I really don't want her to confess, because I don't want her to go to jail. Really hope Holly Jackson's just tricking us. Everyone finds out the person Jason Bell was and the things he did, and Max goes to jail and Pip is free. That's all I want, that's all I need. And if I don't get that, I'm going to be heartbroken. I lost my interest for a little bit, but now I'm fully back into the story and back into it all. So even though this plot happened and I didn't really vibe with the plot, this now, where they're investigating Pip and stuff, really makes you feel so many emotions. You grow to love Pip, and the fact that she's done this and could go to jail actually makes you so scared, because you really don't want that for her. And I do think it's a cool plot that in the first two, Pip was the investigator and was investigating murderers, and now in this one she's the murderer. Like, it sounds good on paper, but it's just too much out of character for her. I wish that Holly Jackson wrote it where Pip was defending herself when she killed Jason Bell, not that she just chose to do it, because I feel like that would definitely be in character, her protecting herself. The fact that she just chose to murder someone, that's what's so out of character to me. Ravi saved her. My heart. They always save each other, no matter what it is. Hawkins said it himself, if Pip was ever involved in a murder, she'd know how to get away with it. That's exactly what she did. Don't know why I'm smiling about that. I just love Pip, and I'm glad she got away with it, to be honest. Does that make me a bad person for supporting a murderer? Maybe, but I love Pip's character. What can I say? I'm scared. I've got 15 pages left, and I think Pip has a plan to disappear from the people she loves lives, because she feels like she's destroying them. Please don't do this.
Fight your battles, always by yourself.
I'm really hoping, even though Pip is doing that and cutting herself off from everyone because she wants to protect the people she loves, I'm praying that the jury decides that Max is guilty, so then Ravi and Pip can be back together. But there's only 10 pages left, so I don't know what's going to happen. And so Pip can have all the people she loves back in her life. Say Max is guilty, because he is guilty. Maybe not of this crime, but he's guilty of a crime. And he needs to be in jail anyway. I'm actually scared for these last 10 pages. I'm so scared. I must have said I'm scared so many times in this part of the video, because this book has scared me and made me so anxious and nervous. I just got a reason to smile. Billy's free. Oh, I'm so happy about that. I'm so glad he's free. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Hey Sarge, remember me. That's how it ends. I kind of like that ending, because it really, you just know they're going to get back together. So surely that means that Max was convicted of guilty, because he texted her saying, hey Sarge, remember me. He waited for her, she waited for him. I just know, even though it's not written, I just know they are back together. And they're in love, and they're so cute. I love how when they are apart, they're still with each other, like they talk to each other in the head. They might be one of my favourite relationships in books. I would honestly just read a book about Ravi and Pip. and I'd be happy. Anyway, you have to come up with your own idea, but we all know what happened with them both. We all know they got back together, and we all know that Ravi waited for her. Got all three of them, but I'm going to talk about this one since I've just finished reading this book. This is a 4-star. Even though I did really enjoy it, there were a couple bits that did drag a little bit for me, but overall this book was phenomenal. As always, Holly Jackson is one of the most incredible writers in my opinion. This one definitely didn't feel like young adult at all. These two had young adult elements to them. This one didn't feel like young adult at all. This was incredible. How everything came together was insane. The plot twist, even though I did know that it was Andy Bell's father, he was the DTD killer, everything else that happened was just such a shock. The ending was, actually really enjoyed that ending. Max was convicted. Ravi texted her knowing that there was hope there and knowing that they're probably going to get back together. That's how I see it anyway. And this whole book just really was a journey. So many emotions. Like the other two made me feel a lot, but this, I had way more panic while reading this, especially when Pip got abducted. I was so scared. The killer in this, I think it is one of the best killers because he's the most malicious. Makes you feel the most scared, and it brought everything together as well. Also really enjoyed in this book that a lot of questions that I didn't even realise were unanswered did get answered in this book, which is really good. Gave this one 5-star, gave this one 5-star, and this one 4-star. You've heard my opinions on these two already. This trilogy is just everything. So freaking good. I am obsessed. Probably going to reread this at some point when I get the chance, but I've got a lot of other books to read because I just loved it so much. And this one. Probably won't reread this one, but I still really enjoyed it. But definitely going to reread these two at some point. They were just too incredible to not reread. Pip's character, one of my favourites. Ravi's character, one of my favourites. Their relationship, my favourite. The friendship group, loved Naomi, loved Cara, loved Connor, loved Jamie, loved everyone in this series apart from the evil people. This one was very spoilery when I was talking about it because I just needed to give my opinions because a lot was going on in this book. That's the other thing, is I feel like too much was going on in this book. Whereas with these two were a lot more well paced and more enjoyable to read. Still amazing though. Still read this one. If you're going to read the trilogy, you have to read this because it really brings everything together and is incredible. And the way the story comes together is incredible. But these two, new favourite reads. I can't wait for the show to come out of this book collection because I can't wait to see Pip and Ravi on the screen. I can't wait to see Pip discovering and doing her thing on screen and being the detective she is. I'm so excited. She is one of the most amazing characters I've ever read. I could literally go on and on and on in this clip about these books because they were just everything and are everything to me now, and I'm never going to shut up about them. If you're thinking about reading this trilogy, definitely do because it was just so good and I would give anything to read these for the first time again. Anyways, I'm going to stop going on now. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you all enjoyed seeing my opinion. This is going to be a long chunky video that's going to take me a while to edit, but I can't wait to edit it. So yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Remember to subscribe and like the video. I love you all. Bye. I'm so happy. Oh my god. I'm not going to stop thinking about these books. I love them so much. Anyways, I'm going to go now.